everyone, and welcome back to another MotoGP 20 episode here on this channel. This is part number 42 of my career walkthrough. Right guys, in today's episode we head to Austin, Texas for another tough test. And also I just want to say I'm sorry about the episodes being rather slow. My work situation has changed due to the lockdown easing. Hopefully I can pick it up and sort out a better schedule. But anyway, let's get straight into today's episode. This is going to be extremely tough around the Circuit of the Americas. Right, final corner. Let's see if we can actually put in a clean lap without crashing. And it's not going to be the quickest. We just need to push as hard as we can if we want to get our Q1. But in the free practice, we're still having loads of issues with the front. Still crashing a lot. But it's just something we're having to try. And there you go again. Just cannot brake. Now we're going to have to be more steady on the braking into this left-hand turn. This is a very tricky turn anyway. But the front end of my bike is just causing me some issues. So it's making me think the thing that I need to focus on in my development on my bike is my frame. There's something not right with the front end of this bike, and I have tried a couple of laps on a normal game mode, and I'm telling you what, I was about 4 seconds quicker than I am on this bike. So there is definitely something that I need to focus on, but that is the challenge with the career, and that's what it's all about. You're not going to get a bike that's going to perform at the highest level, and you need to try and manage it and get used to it, and it is an absolute challenge. So yeah, I'm not going to be the quickest at the start of this career, but hopefully I will get there in the end. And again, I just can't do it. Those adjustments have definitely made a difference, and I feel a little bit more confident into the corners, but am I going to be able to finish this off without crashing? And keep that wheel down. Final corner. We need to try and get out of Q1 if we can. And at this moment, I don't think we are. And cross the line. Oh, a 2:05. Oh, fastest of the session. Oh, still feel like I can push it a little bit more. But let's see what we can do in Q2. Now we've made those adjustments. That definitely made a hell of a difference. Let's get straight into the next session. And that was nicely done around that turn. Oh, only 0.3 off. And we've still got time to put in more laps. And we're just trying to close in on Petrucci, which is just in front. Oh, right onto the curb there, just trying to hold it around that turn as fast as I can. And again, just trying to keep those lines tight and trying to push this bike. Now we did a 2:05 flat in Q1, and that got us the fastest time. Oh, just going a little bit wide into the final turn, and oh, a 2:05.7. That's put us third at this moment in time, but I still think we need to go a little bit quicker. So let's see if we can push it. And again, just being a little bit better on that turn. Oh, that felt so much better. Just sort of getting a handle on this Honda. Not completely there, but we are improving. The more time we spend on it, and not too bad through the S's there. We should be able to take that turn a little bit quicker. Oh, so we're 0.6 off, so we're not the quickest on Sector 1, but can we be a little bit quicker into Sector 2? Again, the lines are getting a lot smoother, just managing to change direction and not feel like I'm going to lose the fronts. Right, let's see if we can be better on the brakes here. This has been a difficult turn. Again, that is much smoother, much better. Right, let's see if we can get a bit of slipstream here. Still not sure about what tyres I'm going to use for the race. I might see what the others are using, and hold on the brakes, don't endo, don't go over the top of the mic. That has happened a couple of times. Into the turn, again feeling a lot more confident after making a little bit of adjustments to the steering angle. I think that's what I think has helped. Sometimes you just have to try and adjust as much as you can and see what makes a difference. So just overshot that corner, but definitely feeling a little bit better as we come in the inside of Petrucci there. Oh my god, and that was a little bit better around that corner, just trying to push it. And again, just fighting with the bike a little bit still, so it's still not perfect, but it was definitely the front end that was just causing just lack of confidence. And again, just taking a little bit too much through that corner and just overrunning it. And again, try not to be too hard on the brakes. And to the line, and what time we're going to get. And that was a 2:05.2, so that's not faster than the lap we put in Q1. But at the moment it says second. I think I'm going to take it and just see where that ends up. And oh, it's actually giving a second. I am so surprised. I thought the times were going to get in the 2:04s and we were going to finish right at the bottom. But I will take that. Second place, front row of the grid. Here we go. Can we challenge our teammates? We're going to find out.
Hello from Austin. We're here in Texas. In just a few minutes, we'll be bringing you the MotoGP race. The skies over the track are clear of clouds and the latest weather reports forecast temperatures in line with the seasonal average.
Right, so here we go with today's race around the Circuit of the Americas, and I'm actually going to try medium-medium. Now, I wouldn't dare use medium-medium in Moto2 because they never last, but looking at, oh, Marquez and Rossi on medium-mediums as well. So we're on a level playing field. This is going to be extremely interesting. So let's see if we can get a good start and see if we can challenge our new teammate, Marc Marquez, the world champion. It's all about that first corner. Just got to try and get around it without crashing, and that is not a bad start. And we've got Rossi up the inside, so we've got to make sure he doesn't run into us. Taking a nice line, dropping it in, and that wasn't too bad, and we've managed to get round there. And Marquez, of course, got away really quickly. He is going to be setting the standard, and he was absolutely so fast in Qatar. No surprise there, trying to be good for the S's early on. It's going to take a little bit of, well, at least a lap or two to get the heat in the tyres and feel very comfortable. And just trying to keep it steady. Again, that was nicely done. Trying to be gentle, try not to brake too hard on the front. Oh, that is always a tricky turn there, and that wasn't too bad. Right, let's try and open this Honda and drive it down the hill. And now this is another area, and trying to be hard on the brakes, a little bit too hard on the front, and see the rear end lift as I go hard on the front brake. And just try and be hard on the brakes in a straight line. That is my advice, guys, because you just can't brake heavily on the turn on this bike. And look at Marquez, he is absolutely flying away. Right, this is another tricky corner. I don't like, oh, endoing up, really trying to get that bike stopped, and just overrunning that turn, but you can get away with that. Again, just trying to be hard on the brakes, and just trying to keep up with Marquez, and again keeping those lines nice and tight. And of course Marquez is on the same tyre compound, so, and we've got, oh, looking at who's in third, Dovizioso. So we've got a Ducati behind us, and just trying to keep that corner steady. Oh, really struggling. I knew I'd struggle on the first lap. Again, just trying to keep this position as long as possible. If we could finish on the podium, that would be a remarkable result considering how hard we struggled in the first race. But it's going to take time to get used to this bike, and then we can get to right on to the hard level, and then we can see if we can challenge for the title. We might not be able to do it in season 1, but we've got 2 seasons with Honda. That's if we don't get fired for bad results. And just trying to keep staying around there. Let's see if we can pick it up through the S's. We seem to be slightly quicker through here. Just trying to keep those lines nice and smooth. And we are slowly gaining on Marquez. But Dovizioso is not far behind us. And again, just trying to keep that steady through there. And that was nicely done. And we are closing in on Marc Marquez here. So we have picked up a little bit. Right, again, trying to keep that nice. Turned in, and we should be able to close in on him. We've got it in power 2. Just get that front wheel down. That's a thing that we're going to have to upgrade as well. Anti-wheelie. And it's not the the best on this bike. I think aerodynamics as well is something we're going to have to focus on. And that was nice slipstream. Oh my god, don't go. Oh my god, look at Mendo going up. And we've managed to overtake him, but he should retake the position. Yes, I couldn't stop the bike there. That is one issue I'm finding. But don't lose it, don't lose it. Oh, don't lose it. I thought I was going to lose the front end there, but Marquez is trying to come on the outside, but we've just managed to hold the inside line and keep it tight, force him on the outside, and we have managed to overtake Marquez. Wow, I was not expecting this on lap 2, but he will come back at me. I'm pretty sure of that. And just try and keep those lines tight. And we have slightly pulled away from third, so it looks like it could be the battle of the Hondas. And I am challenging the world champion here, Marquez. Now, I'm not sure where his brother is, but Alex Marquez hasn't been a challenge yet, as we just put in a 206. Still a little way off the pace. I think the laps will get quicker as we go on. And again, steady, steady, steady. Take a slightly wider line, and there's Marquez coming flying round. But he couldn't take me in that corner, and just keep it tight around here, forcing him on the outside, and he is still right behind me. He is not going to give up this fight. And again, let's try and be quick through the S's. Again, just make sure we just keep a handle on our excitement, because if we overdo it, and Marquez is trying to come around the outside here, but just trying to inside line. Oh, forcing him in a difficult situation there. He probably had to back off on the brakes, and we managed to hold him off, but he is, oh my god, he is pushing. He is definitely wanting this position back. Right, he's probably going to run up the inside here. We've got to be very, very careful here. And we're going to run it a bit wider than we like anyway. Oh my god, he's going to come. Where is he? No, he didn't get round there as quick. So he's just behind, but he will get in my slipstream. So we're going to take a little bit of a tighter line through here. And we're going to have to do this. This is the only way. Right, hard on the brakes again. And get it stopped, get it stopped, get it stopped. Turn it in tighter. And that was not bad. But, oh, Dovizioso and Marquez are having a bit of a battle behind us, so that is going to help me just to try and edge away if I can. Again, got to be quick through here. Looking at the tyres look good. Medium was a good choice. It's actually slightly colder than it was in the qualifier session, and the tyres are not chewing up as quick. Now I must admit, I'm going to tell you guys, I did notice this by watching someone else's video, that they went with a harder compound and the tyres stayed really cold throughout the race. So I wasn't going to make the same mistake, and that sort of edged me towards the medium. So maybe the tyre choices in MotoGP are going to be slightly different, and that is not too bad around that corner. We've dropped a bit of time, struggling a little bit here, but here comes Marquez. He's going to come on the outside, probably not the area you want to try and take make an overtake on this corner. So let's just keep it tight, force him on the outside. It's going to put him really deep into the corner, and that's going to give Dovizioso a chance to get back into a good, decent position, and he is trying to challenge for, and Jack Miller is up for the fight as well, looking at the overtakes. So we got Dovizioso behind us, so we got a Ducati. Oh my god, that is going to be so hard to beat on the straights. We're going to have to be very, very good into that corner and try and get a little bit of an edge. As we keep it steady through here. Got just a lap and a half to go. Can we actually win this? That will be unbelievable. And just trying to power out that corner, drive it back down the hill. Now this is where it's got to count. So if that Ducati gets close to us on the straight, we know it's really strong in a straight line, and that is not too bad. That was really nicely done around that corner and into power 2, and we have just edged away, and it's Miller that's in second. So there's a bit of a freeway battle going on behind us, and I think that's given us a chance to pull away. Right, hard on the brakes, try and get tight in again. That is, I wasn't getting turned in around that corner that well in the qualifying, so we definitely improved. But I must admit, I wasn't using the medium tyres. Sometimes using a harder compound in the qualifying, if you can get more laps in, I don't know, you might have just a little bit more grip, because the softer ones chew up so quickly, especially when you're using the power 2 mode. Again, just trying to keep this steady around this corner. we have got a bit of breathing space coming towards the end of lap 4. Come on, Cole, don't muck it up now. Again, hard on the brakes. And that is not too bad. Definitely dropped off the pace a little bit. But I don't care as long as we can get to the end. So it's Jack Miller that's in second, Marc Marquez down in third, and Dovizioso fourth, and Rossi in fifth. So that is the top 5. And hopefully we can get at least a podium here. But with the gap we've got, we should be able to get the win. As long as we don't make a mistake. Tyres look good. Just got to take a steady run here. I don't think I've done 5 laps without crashing. Certainly struggled to even do 2, and the gap is just over a second and a half. Got to make this count. Keep it steady through here. Right, we've got 2 more of the corners that we crash on. This one and the next one, and oh. No, that was a bit too tight. Just got a 0.2 penalty. Oh, that's not going to help. But we have still got nearly a 2-second lead. We should be okay. Right. Let's try and stop this. Stop it. Stop it. God damn, really heavy on that front brake. And you've got to, just to stop the bike. You don't realise the speed difference from Moto2 to MotoGP bikes and stopping them. Again, just trying to keep it steady through here. Still got a decent gap here. And I wonder what the battle's like behind us. Because it looks like there's quite a group behind us, all battling over positions. And it looks like Miller is still in second place. And that is good. And Dovizioso's just overtaken Marquez. So Marquez is dropping down. And that is good for us because he's leading the championship. So we might be able to just close in. Don't forget, we finished 5th in the first race. So we're down on points. Final corner, and we're going to get our first win on the Honda. I think we are. And yes, we are. We're going to get our first win. Unbelievable. I was not expecting that. That is unbelievable. And Marquez came 5th. Where the hell? Cal Crutchlow, where did he come from? We're definitely going to have to look at some replays. But, oh, what a race. I'm so happy with that. And I feel like we finally arrived. Right, let's have a look at the replay of the start, and this was a really strong start from Marc Marquez. I knew he'd get out the blocks really quickly into that first corner. Although he took it quite wide, he managed to get turning nicely. But Rossi got completely killed off the line, and he lost a couple of places early on. And again, not too bad into that turn, just trying to hold it. We had Dobby not far behind, and I tried to be really nice and tight through the S's to make sure we didn't lose any places. And overall, it was a very strong start. That Honda is pretty quick off the mark. Right, so here's a replay when I started to really put the pressure on Marquez, and look at the back end of my bike as I put the brakes on here. Look how heavy. The back end was up, tried to get tight into that corner, just override it, and Marquez was straight back past, but I wasn't going to give up there. And I tried to hold that inside line, but again Marquez closed the door, but I just managed to hold the inside line into the next corner, forced him on the outside, and managed to overtake and take first position. Look how tight that corner was. That's exactly how you want to take that corner, and that was perfect. And Marquez just was not expecting that. And after that, he just seemed to drop off the pace, but I think it was more down to all the other riders putting him under pressure. Right, so here we are on board where Marquez was still not giving up that position. And look at that, he runs into me in that corner trying to force me on the outside. But luckily I managed just to flip over, hold that line, force him on the outside, and he had to put the brakes on because he couldn't take that corner at that speed. Right, so on this replay, Marquez was getting really hard into the collar and he was trying to overtake on the outside into the next lap, into that first corner, which he found out to be a bit of a mistake. 2 bikes run up in the inside, force him out, and he got amongst a battle that he was really struggling with. And he was getting roughed up so badly in that race, and it just gave me the edge just to pull away slightly, which worked in my favour. Right, so here we are on board with Marquez, and he started to really struggle here. not just with his bike, but he was getting roughed up so badly by two Ducatis, he didn't know what to do. And this was on the final lap. He had already dropped down to 3rd place. He was under threat to be dropping down to 4th. He had Cal Crutchlow which came out of nowhere. Valentino was not far behind, but he was really struggling there, and he lost another position, so he had dropped down to 4th. And then suddenly Cal Crutchlow came out of nowhere. He could see that Marquez, look, was struggling with grip, and he was not very comfortable, and Cal takes 2 excellent lines through the final 2 corners. Look at this, and this was a superb finish for Cal Crutchlow, a fellow Brit. Look at this, final corner, just gets in the inside, gets a better drive to the line, and takes 4th position off Marquez. Unbelievable. So that is the final standings. Jack Miller took a 2nd place, Dovizioso 3rd, Cal Crutchlow 4th, unbelievable. Marquez comes 5th with his brother Alex Marquez in 6th. Valentino down in 7th. So all in all, a superb performance from ourselves. I cannot believe I won that. I really don't. I wasn't expecting that. But that's put us level points with the champion. It's still early days, and I think we're going to bump the AI level back up another 5% after this one. Now I've sort of got a handle on the bike, not perfect, but we're getting there slowly. But yeah, that was a really good challenge, and I did more of the free practice this time. I spent a little bit more time doing that, and I think you have to really learn to ride these bikes. I thought it'd be like, I felt so comfortable on the Moto2 bike. I must admit, I even said to you that I wouldn't mind doing another season on it. And even on 120% AI, I was so much quicker in the qualifying. Sometimes I think in the Netherlands at Assen, I was 2.5 seconds quicker. And so there is a big step up once you get to the GP bikes. And I think at the upgrading, I think we're struggling with the aerodynamics, we're struggling with the anti-wheeling, the traction control. The front end is an issue. I did muck around with the steering angle quite a lot in the settings. Still not perfect. I'm still coming off. Feel a little bit difficult around the turns. The frame is definitely with the area. Because a lot of people said to me, but with the Honda you get 50% engine power. The power just does not come into it, guys. Don't focus on the power. It's the actual handling of the bike that matters a little bit more in this career. Anyway, let's get into the final results and points. Right, so we picked up some decent points for our 2nd race of the season in the MotoGP, and we did all the tests because we know how important it is to get the development points. So let's go straight in and see what we can spend them on. So let's get straight into that. Right, let's have a look at the upgrades. Now we've just had one that's completed on the electronics, so that's up to 17%, but we started one on the engine, the frame and the aerodynamics. So we've got to try and space the staff out so we can get this one on the aerodynamics finish, hopefully not by the next race but the race after that. The frame will be the next one I'm going to speed up, and then we can concentrate maybe on the engine. But there is different sections on this, obviously, because you got anti-wheelie to concentrate. We've got the power one that you can upgrade as well. There is a lot more, and you've got to try and space the staff out as well. So let's see if we can just try and speed this one up a little bit, and hopefully we can get this bike into a really good state and we can really start challenging. So I'm going to up the AI level back up to 115% for the next race. We go to Argentina. I'm keeping my fingers crossed it's not going to be wet around there, because that will be just hell. But yes, we are starting to look towards the season and think we can actually challenge here. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.